I know that Jesus is pretty played, but just like feces, he was very real, and at some point you have to talk about it. So, to start you out, there have always been guys going around saying that they were the Son of God. But back in Jesus' time, these types could get popular due to a hit sermon or due to a clever spell, and then they'd get disciples and their career would just take off. Right away, Jesus had promising talent.
I say unto you, the kingdom of God is up in you.
He got a staff together, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and all those other weirdo dudes. And now, these disciples would take whatever Jesus did.
Well, you can fuck with your mouth, you know. It's the nicest thing you can do to thy neighbor.
And they'd spin those acts into sellable teachings and deeds. And oh yeah, he had powers.
Is anyone here familiar with Hercules? Sad woman, take it slow. Shit, I dated this one girl. I pulled like 7 demons out of that chick.
But even from the start, he seemed unpredictable and dangerous.
She's a whore, I know. But the good news is, whores are cool now. So saith me.
He loved to hang out in the wilderness, cleanse, get his head straight, but out there he'd always end up hanging out with devils and witches.
I don't know how a human can trust anything.
Once he took 3 of his homies up to the top of a mountain so that he could glow and float for them. Out of the blue, long-dead Moses and Elijah showed up, and the sky started screaming about how Jesus was its son and how Jesus ruled and stuff. What? It happened. He and little John the Baptist would go on erotic weekend beach adventures, excluding the rest of the team. It's true shit. Google that shit, man. Oh, well, so like all huge stars, he started getting too hot.
What, is this real enough for you? Let's get real.
The disciples arranged to have Jesus killed, so that he might be martyred, and so that their books might rise a little in value. They decided to blame it all on Judas, who was planning on killing himself anyway. And the plan worked perfectly. However, a group of Marys went up to lay flowers and toys on Jesus' grave and were surprised by a non-dead Jesus. Some said he was hanging out with angels, some said with youths in white, but no one denied the fact that doves were everywhere and they were crying their asses off. Jesus returned to the offices and took everyone out for ribs. After a lot of confusing talk, he seemed to get frustrated with the human language and just shot out through the roof like a celestial ejaculate, right onto the bosom of heaven. The disciples tried to get the waiter and the hostess to confirm their story, but they didn't want to get involved. Now, class, you might be saying to yourself, this can't be true. I know what you mean.
Now that is exactly how it felt.